I want to talk about a very interesting story that I read recently in the newspapers. The story which said that there is a region in Gujarat called Jaipur, and eight lions were found roaming in the vicinity of the villages. The forest officers heard about it and rushed there, and with great difficulty, they managed to capture all the eight lions. They took them to the Junagadh Zoo and put them in the cage. As they were sitting down with a sigh of relief, saying that, okay, the work is well done, what they see is the group of farmers coming to them saying that, why did you catch those lions? Free them immediately. And the forest officers were so confused, but they said that if you don't free the lions, we are going to protest. No, you don't believe me. You don't believe me. Okay, let me show you what I'm saying. Let me actually show you the news item. And then you would believe me that this is what had happened. If you can read, uh, if you can read Gujarati, then this says that विसावदर के मोटी मणिपुरी गांव के किसानों की वार्निंग, जेतपुर पंथक में से पकड़े हुए लायंस को अगर छोड़ने में नहीं आया तो हम आंदोलन करेंगे. This is what it is saying. Strange? No. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. You know that the greatest risk that, of course, the Indian farmer faces is that of climate, so of drought and of rains and of untimely rains and unseasonal dew and whatnot. All kinds of problems that they face due to the natural causes, which is the climate, due to the climatic causes, to be very precise. But the second most important risk, and not many people know about this, that the farmers face in India, and which causes India to lose almost 10 to 25% of the total agricultural produce every year, is animals. And animals who come to the fields and who eat up or who destroy the crops. And we have still not found any answer to that. Suddenly, the farmers of Jaitpur find an answer. 8 lions come roaming around into their region, and they start eating the wild boars and the even leopards. To an extent they attack the leopards, and because they want to have the supremacy of the area. And what the farmers find is that now lesser and lesser attacks are made on their crops, and suddenly they say that lions are our friends. And but what happens to the human life? Aren't they attacking the humans? No, they are not. Interestingly enough, they are not. They have not harmed a single human being till now, because as far as the lions are concerned, they are more interested in killing the wild animals. That is their more favorite food compared to human beings. As far as possible, they don't want to eat human beings. So as long as there is population of these other wild animals, they would not harm human beings, which is what the farmers found out. And so now, in the ecosystem which had too much of population of the wild boars or of some leopards and things like that, you suddenly introduce a animal which is above in to them in the food chain. And what happens is that suddenly the population of these animals who were creating a menace decreases. The secret, my friends, is that we do not play around too much with ecosystem. When we do, this is what happens, that the number of animals who would rely on the vegetation will proliferate, because there is nobody left in the ecosystem who would come and eat them and would look after the balancing of the population of these animals. And with the lions, the farmers found that this balance can be attained. And that's why they were saying that you release those lions or I will start some kind of a movement. So this is what we wanted to understand and learn. But there were some more things also that I wanted to show you. And so I just wanted to show you who are the other animals and where the ecosystem comes in. So let's take this one now. This is a rat. Let me just show you with the full slide. Yeah. So this is a rat. And as you can see, the rat is eating away the crops. Who now, tell me, who actually controls the population growth of the rats in the fields? Snakes. Snakes eat up the rats, and when snakes eat up the rats, the rat population remains in control. The crops are not going to be eaten up by the snakes. So snakes are now the friends of farmers. So as far as possible, if they are not poisonous snakes, the farmers try not to kill the snakes so that the ecosystem remains intact. But not everybody has understood that, and that is where the problem is. Wild boars. Not everybody has lions. The Asiatic lions are found only in Gujarat. So you have all these wild boars roaming around the fields from north to south of India, and all the farmers from north to south and from west to east are complaining about these animals coming and eating up so much of their crops. So what do we do about them? The Kerala government says that we are going to be giving license to the farmers so that they can kill the wild boars. The problem has become that serious. Once again, we need a complete ecosystem. This proliferation of just one part of the ecosystem is actually harming us a lot. These are such beautiful animals and they are my most favorite animals. You know who they are? These are female nilgais. Nilgai. Nilgai is a very shy animal. It basically likes to reside in privacy in the wild areas. But with the disappearance of forests and of thickly wooded wastelands, the nilgais are finding it difficult to have any habitat. So now they have started coming into human habitat, and they are large animals. So when they enter the fields, they eat up a lot of crops, a lot of crops. And there are people who are saying that we can't kill them in Gujarat, in Rajasthan, even in Bihar. They are saying that we can't kill them. And at the same time, they are actually coming and destroying our crops. What do we do about it? What is missing? A higher species in the food chain, which will control the population of these animals. And these are the monkeys who are eating up the crops in Dharwad, Karnataka. Monkeys, even in Shimla, we found that when there was a menace of monkeys inside Shimla, which has a lot of tourist traffic, they caught these monkeys. They did not want to kill them, of course. So they just released them into the villages. And what they found was exactly what you are seeing in this picture, that the monkeys came and they started eating up the crops. And now what we find is that in many, many parts of India, which are close to the forest, where the forests are becoming smaller, the monkeys have also started entering the fields just like the nilgais. It's not just the ecosystem. It's also protecting the areas where these animals stay. You are getting rid of the forest. With the forest having gone, the wild animals have to come out, and then they attack your crops, your things, your dwellings, and then you start complaining, saying what is going on. So finally, we need to ask ourselves that whose fault this entire thing is. And that's what I just wanted you to learn from this very interesting and strange lion story, that either you maintain the ecosystem, either you preserve your forests, or your karmas are going to come back to you and eat up the food which is meant for you. They will be eating it up. And that is what we should now start thinking about. With that, I end today. Bye-bye.